Do you think the Rockets can win doubling down on small ball?
I think they have a heck of a chance. First off, this is one of the most exciting styles of basketball we ever get a chance to see. And I will say they scored 19 threes last night, okay? And I think their ability to shoot threes can negate their lack of size for this reason. When you think about some of the traditional bigs in the Western Conference, AD roams around the perimeter a lot. And even when you slow down the tempo of the game to give them the ball down low, I know they dominated, I think they were plus 22 in the paint last night. Still, like, you're exchanging twos for threes. So I think having a guy like Robert Covington helps. That's why I said before, yesterday, everybody just reacted and was like, this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna work. And I said, hey, look, this is to be determined. Because first off, like, I give Daryl Morey credit. Tim Fertitta doesn't go outside the luxury tax a lot, right? He has to work within the margins. His back feels like it's against the wall. Mike D'Antoni didn't get an exchange. Now he's trying to say, how am I gonna finagle this and make this give us our best shot? I like the direction this is going. Now, I understand playoff time, the game slows down. But still, if you have James Harden and Russell Westbrook and you increase the tempo of the ball game, these guys get hot with the right shooters around them. I would love to see Ben Simmons play on this team with the right shooters around him.
Could you imagine?
That's a world of a difference. So I do think they have a fighter's punch.
Go ahead, guys. Who wants to take a no? Who wants to take a no?
I'm going to
take a no because I agree with Jay.
I'm going to take the no. This is not sustainable. It's not. One thing about it is
here we go. Man yells at cloud.
No.
Get your butt in the post.
This isn't the way it's not about that.
No,
it's not about
shooting.
It's not about
I hate
that.
pace.
You have to be able to protect the paint, okay? And without having a big, you saw last night. I mean, it was a layup drill for the Lakers, okay? Layup drill. And the plan that the Lakers had defensively, that's where you get in trouble. Because if you can control the paint, right, you can get rebounds. It doesn't matter how many threes they make. It doesn't matter. You just have to make sure they're not getting layups. And the reason why the Lakers lost that game last night is because they gave up 26 points in transition, which were layups, and the Houston Rockets made 10 more threes. Well, so what I'm saying is
you and Norrie, yes.
Well, I'm with y'all, because here's what frustrates me, Max, is all we've heard from guys like DJ in the last 24 hours is it won't work, it won't work, it won't work. Here's why it won't work. But nobody's looking at why it will work. And what it reminds me very much so of the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, running the ball, that's not going to work. Running it every time.
It didn't work.
They just happen to be the most efficient offense in NFL history.
Yeah, but did they win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, well,
they got knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying.
Here's what I'll say, though. Here's what I'll say is it led to Lamar Jackson being.
Coach's point is it works until it matters most.
Yeah. Well, what we haven't seen is that come to that situation yet. But what we do know is this. Credit to D'Antoni for putting his players in the best position to succeed. Because if you just look at the numbers, you get in Westbrook, and Westbrook's supposed to be the guy. I mean, a previous MVP. But he'd really been a detriment when he was on the court compared to him and Harden on the court. But now all of a sudden he has the best game all season long. 61% from the field. That's the season high. 41 points. That's the second most he's had all season. And he really looked, and Jay, you said it previously, like he was starting to take over. So when you have a phenomenal player, kudos to the coach for putting your best players in positions to succeed.
Look, the answer to the question, what's the question, Roz? Can the Rockets win a title with small ball? No, it's rhetorical. Can the Rockets win a title with small ball? The answer to the question is yes, they can. It will be tough. The odds are against them. But yes, they can. It's like a fighter, I made the analogy yesterday, whose blueprint isn't working. The other guy, his reach is too long, his skills are too good. So you know what they tell him in the corner? Just go for the knockout, man. Throw caution to the wind. Yeah, but then I'll lose even worse. Yeah, probably. Probably you're going to get knocked out. But at least this way you actually have a chance to win. The other way you don't. So yes, they can. Now, it's instructive, or at least interesting, that the first game after the trade deadline, where the Lakers didn't make a move. Boy, they could use another playmaker in the backcourt, right? And the Rockets did. And they chose to get rid of one of their better players, maybe not this year, but Clint Capella, and replace him with Covington. That first game, there was only one road team in the NBA to get a win yesterday, and it was against the team with the best record in the conference. And it was the Rockets playing small ball, hitting those threes. And by the way, what they think is, if you miss the three, you know, Lakers, we're going to get out in transition enough. It's going to be okay. Look, defensive rebounding is going to be a problem. There are trade-offs in life.
Yep.
You know, it's not that they're going small for the sake of being short. It's they're going small because there are fewer big players. So from a larger pool of players, you can find more players who can do many things. So a guy like P.J. Tucker doesn't cost you $40 million a year because he's not 7 feet tall. Of course they wish P.J. Tucker was 7 feet tall. If he was, he'd be one of the best players in basketball.
Jay?
But as it is, he's an excellent player. So the point is, they can do it, and it's going to come down to this. In the end, same thing the last couple of years.
Can they make threes?
Can James Harden hit big
James Harden
shots?
take it to the next level?
If James Harden can hit big shots in the playoffs, ain't no Golden State around nowadays, and they almost beat that team. They can win it all.
I was going to say that the Rockets only got out-rebounded by 1 rebound last night. By 1 rebound last night. Offensive rebounds, we're tied at 6. And psychologically, this is going to be the interesting thing to watch how other teams make that transition to play against the Rockets. You ready? Is teams aren't programmed to say, slow it down, let's throw the ball down low, go to work, postman. They don't do that every possession. Teams want to get out and run in today's league, which fits right into the style of how the Houston Rockets like to play.
Jay, the sample size is 1 game right
Agreed.
now, and it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, are you buying already?
And they're going to win some games. They're going to beat some good teams because in an 82-game season, I played the Lakers last night. 2 nights from now, I might play the Utah Jazz. And the Utah Jazz had a game before me, so I don't have time to prepare. So, of course, I'm going to win some games.
You're not wrong about that.
But when I get into a 7-game series
I'm with you.
with somebody in the playoffs,
Then your best player has to hit big shots. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.